Hello students, welcome to the course of Database Management System. Today we are going to learn about Structure Query Language second part. For this we are using book Database System Concept 6th edition, written by Silver Short Court Sudarshan, published by McGraw-Hill. So far we have seen that overview of SQL query language that accredited by the ANSI and ISO. We have seen that SQL is consist of various parts. Main parts are data definition language, data manipulation language. So for data definition language going on, we have seen the basic query structure, and now we are going to see the additional basic operations. This command and R is a table. Integrity constraints are not null, primary key and foreign key. The instructor table is given here, that in which name is a column name, instructor is a table, varchar is a data type, and not null is a integrity constraints. That means value should be defined, it should not be null. When we are inserting record into the database, we must have to write the name. Then additional constraint primary key is defined, that ID selected as a primary key, and the primary key by default it will not be null. Primary key must be defined in each record. Foreign key is defined here, that department name is a foreign key referencing to the department table. Means department name is a primary key of department table, which is used as a foreign key into the instructor table, which is maintaining the integrity constraints between two tables, instructor table and department table, where it will be maintain the integrity constraints when we are doing insert, update and delete operation. At that time, this primary key will maintain the integrity constraints between instructor table and department table. Let us see once again the diagram of University database schema. That schema diagram we are going to use throughout this course. That we have text table, student table, course table, department table, advisor table, instructor table, prerequisite table, time slot, section, classroom and teachers. So far in previous example we have seen that we have learned that how to implement the instructor table, that ID is a primary key denoted by the underline, name, department name and salary. These are the four columns of the instructor table, where department name is selected as a foreign key and which is primary key of this department table. Now department table has a department name as a primary key, and along with this building and budget, two columns are there in department table. Let us see one more few examples that create table students. When we are going to create table students, that student has a primary key ID, it has a 4 column, name, department name and total credit. In this, the ID is a primary key which is a foreign key in the text, ID is a primary key which is foreign key in the advisor, and this department name is a primary key which is foreign key in the student table. Total credit is just a column of the student table. Let us see in the definition of creation of the table. Create table student, it has 4 columns. ID data type is varchar, name data type is varchar, not null, means we must have to define, or we must have to write the name, value of the name when we are inserting into the record. Department name varchar 20, total credit numeric 3,0. So the 3 is a precision point. The primary key is defined here, ID, a foreign key defined, department name referencing to the department table, that is department name is a primary key of the department which is used as a foreign key in this table. So this foreign key maintaining the integrity constraint between student and department table, in case of insert, delete and update operation, that we will see that how the integrity constraint will maintain by using this foreign key. Then we have text table. It has 6 columns: id varchar, course id varchar, section id varchar, semester, year numeric and grade varchar. Now primary keys are here: id, course id, section id, semester and year. Foreign key id is referencing to the student, means this id is a primary key in the student table, which is act as a foreign key into the text table, means it maintaining the integrity constraints. In case of insert, delete and update operation happen, the database needs to be consistent. So the text table and student table integrity constraint maintained by this id. Again, in case of text and the section table, the integrity constraints will be maintained by these foreign keys: course id, section id, semester and year. Here note is given that if we remove the section id from the primary key above, to ensure the student cannot be registered for 2 sections of the same course in the same semester. If we remove this section id from a primary key above, then student can register for 2 courses, 2 sections in the same set. That should not be happen. So we cannot remove the section id from the primary key. That restriction, applying the restriction is depend upon the plan or database schema. Here again we have a diagram that need to create the course table. In the course table there are 4 columns. Course id is a primary key, title, department name and credit, and the course id is a foreign key in the prerequisite. This prerequisite underscore id is a primary key of the prerequisite, department name and credit. Let us understand that department name is a primary key of the department, which is act as a foreign key into the course. That primary key is course id denoted by the underline, foreign key department name referencing to the department. So course and department integrity constraint maintained in case of insert, delete and update operation by this foreign key. So the database modification commands means when we are changing the records of the table, initially table will be empty and at the start we are inserting the records. Let's start with the command insert. Insert into, these are keywords. It is used to insert the record. Instructor is the name of the table or relation. Values is a keyword, so it is a plural values. Then we have to use parenthesis, opening and closing parenthesis, ends in semicolon. So semicolon denote the termination of the command. 10211 in the single quote, that means the data type will be char or varchar, comma Smith is also data type char or varchar. When we have data type char or varchar, then we have to write the single quotes, comma biology, comma 6000. These are the integer values. So after each value comma should be there, and we are inserting the values for the 4 columns. Delete, that delete command, it is used to remove all the records from the student table or student relation. If you are writing the delete from student, the from is a clause, delete is a keyword or command, student is the name of the table, so it will delete whatever records in the student. Drop table R, it is a syntax. When you are going to drop the table, it will drop the records along with whole table. But in case of delete command, it will only delete the records into the table, but it will not delete the name of the table. In case of drop table R, it will delete records as well as name of the table. So alter command, it is a data definition language command, and it is used to change the name of the name of the column, name of the table, but it will not change any record of the table. So alter table, it is a command belongs to data definition language. Alter table, these are keywords. R is a name of the table. Add AD means if table is existing table is R and we are going to newly add attribute, column is attribute to be added to the relation R, and D is the domain of A. So A is the name of the column and D is the data type of the A. Let us say roll number and integer. All existing tuple in the relation are assigned null as a value for the new attribute. If there are existing other columns and this is newly added column A, then all values of A will be null, means values are not defined. Alter table R, drop A. This command is used to drop the or delete the existing column of the relation R, where A is the name of the attribute or name of the column of relation R. Dropping of the attribute not supported by many databases. So if there is in case of foreign key or something else, foreign key or primary key concept, we cannot drop the relation. Basic query structure building block. We will learn the select clause. A typical SQL query form has a 3 clauses: select clause, from clause and where clause. Select A1, A2, up to AN. These are called as attribute of the relation or table or name of the columns of the table. From means from which table we are going to display the values of the attribute. R1, R2 up to RM means there are maybe more than one column, more than one tables, where P is a predicate or a condition. Here where clause is used to write the conditions with various operators that we are going to see in detail into the examples. The result of SQL query is also relation, means these clauses are not going to modify the records, but they are just retrieving the information or data from the existing tables and just displaying the records as per the conditions. Let us start with the select clause. Select clause lists the attribute desired in the result of query, corresponds to the projection operation of the relational algebra. So in relational algebra we have used pi operator to denote the to retrieve the values from database. So equivalent operation or operator or a clause in the SQL query is a select clause. So select clause, it is used to retrieve the values of the attributes and display it as output as a result of the query. Example, find the names of all instructor. So the query will be select name is a name of the column or name of the attribute, from instructor, where instructor is the name of the table. If we hit this query, it will give output as a relation. It will return output as a relation which contains only one column. Name of the column will be name and the values of name will be displayed. So note is given here that SQL names are case insensitive, means not case sensitive. We can use uppercase letter or lowercase letter, means whatever we are writing here, name and instructor, it may be uppercase or lowercase. Example of the select clause is given. SQL allows duplicate in relation as well as in query result. To force elimination of duplicate, insert keyword distinct after select. So when we are let us see the example, find the department names of all instructor and remove the duplicates. If we are not using distinct keyword, then with help of only select clause, it will display the duplicate records also from the instructor table. If you are adding distinct keyword into after the select clause, then duplicate records will get removed. The keyword all specifies that duplicate should not be removed. If you are using all or without all, then department with duplicate will be displayed. So notations in the select clause, an asterisk in the select clause denote all attributes. If you are using asterisk sign, that is star, select star from instructor, it will display all the records of all the values of all attributes, means all the records of the table. An attribute can be literal with no from clause. If you are not using from clause, and if you are not using name of the table, then the database will find out the record with the literal 437. The result is table with one column and a single row with a value 437 will get displayed. You can use another way, that select 437 as a foo. So the column name will be displayed as a user defined column name foo, and its value will be 437 will get displayed. An attribute can be literal with the from clause. So select a from instructor, the result table will one column and n rows. That is a number of tuples in the instructor table. Each row with the value a will get displayed. The select clause can contain the arithmetic expressions plus, minus, multiplication, division, and operating on constants or attributes of the tuple. Let us see the query. Select ID, name, salary divided by 12 from an instructor table. So here we are going to display the three columns, but the operation is going on the salary column. So this query will return the table or relation, that is the name as it is, ID will be as it is from the instructor table, except that the value of attribute salary will get divided by 12. So you can rename the salary divided by 12 using as a clause, that name of this salary divided by will be monthly underscore salary. So student, thank you very much. Next time we will learn the where clause.